Hello YouTube, this is the Bucket coming at you today with the Springfield Armory Hellcat. This is a polymer striker fired firearm with steel and a steel barrel. This is the micro compact product that Springfield brought to the market. So a few years back, the P365 abandoned the idea of 9mm and 40 option firearms, which allowed them to change the geometry of the grip, which allowed them to come up with a stack and a half style magazine, which allowed more capacity coming out of a 9mm firearm. And it really changed the game. So most of the conceal and carry purchase options that you had out there or either a double stack like a Glock 26 size gun, which would hold around 10 rounds, or you could go to a micro compact, which those were single stack firearms, which really held you to about 6 to 8 rounds, depending on how flush fit you wanted the magazine to be. That you'll see a lot of those Glock 43, Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. And then the 365 came out with a gun, and its overall length was 5.8 inches, and its width was 1 inch, but got you 10 rounds of capacity. And that was just a game changer, and every other manufacturer on the market had to compete with that. And Springfield was the first manufacturer to come out with this particular firearm to compete with the P365. And these guns are ostensibly the same size. So the Hellcat is 6 inches in length, which is a little bit longer than the 365, 4 inches in height, which is a little bit shorter than the 365, 1 inch in the width, only 1/10 of an ounce difference, 17.9, just a hair over a pound unloaded, and then 3-inch barrel. And this is what they came out with to compete with the P365. Now, the standard Hellcat does not have a optic cut like the 365 does. They both have a tritium, a large front sight. They have a U back sight, which I've never actually shot one of these, so I'm excited to get this to the range and check that out. And has a nice flat face trigger, easy battery of arms. Again, your standard striker fired, a little mushy, pretty good trigger. Reset is long, but it's auditory and you can feel it. And then you're right there at that wall and you're ready for some more pew. Mags drop free. Again, you end up with that same problem that Ruger kind of worked with, which is putting a recess here. Springfield did not. So you kind of get that deal where if you're pushing in, your middle finger here can actually prevent that from being able to drop free. Now, these guns come with a flush fit, standard 10-round magazine. You can purchase a 13-round magazine, which is going to get you a full finger, a full grip, and your finger, I have medium-sized hands, comes off a little bit, but you can get that pinky on there. Or if you need a lot more pew, you can go with a 15-rounder. At this point, a lot of the conceal and carry benefits that you get go away, because the grip's really what shows on conceal and carry. But it makes for a very, very easy gun to hold, to grip, and to get ready to go. When you talk about Springfield Armory, the big elephant in the room is, do you or do you not want to support Springfield Armory? A few years back, they ended up kind of getting into a deal with the state of Illinois to back a pro gun control, a piece of legislation that Springfield and another manufacturer of firearms would be exempt from, so they would save money and they would get the benefits of kind of pushing some smaller manufacturers and smaller dealers out of the market And then they ended up supporting a pro-gun control law, which of course is going to infuriate the vast majority of Second Amendment supporters. And that really hurt them. They had a bunch of years where they struggled to sell their products. And it was a big hit. The Second Amendment community is known for being extremely loyal and does not like the idea of big government impeding in any way their ability to manufacture, sell, trade firearms. So they got hit for a while on that one. Also, their XD series is they don't manufacture it. It's straight imported from Croatia, and they were selling the XD series that was selling for about $200 on the market for $400 to $500. Some people don't like the idea of a Croatian firearm. This Hellcat, again, is not a U.S.-made firearm. This is made in Croatia. I've heard some good things about it. I'm excited to get it to the range. But it is what it is. You are buying a Croatian firearm when you buy this particular gun. The takedown's pretty simple. It's a little different in the fact that you actually pivot this takedown lever up. It's a little tight right now. Get that on here. Get that mag out, see if that... There you go. When you put it down, it will not release unless you pull that trigger, and then it will just come right off. Again, your basic polymer setup with metal inserts. I do like the double captive recoil spring. That is a nice get on this particular gun. Your barrel is going to be your classic hammer forged barrel. Nice, big, wide, polished feed ramp. I believe this gun's going to shoot pretty reliably. It does look like a particularly good firearm in that regard. You know, a lot of those Eastern European countries really do produce quality firearms, and this looks like what you would expect from that type of company. Good quality, and I do believe that Springfield does keep good quality controls on those guns from Croatia. So I haven't heard a lot of people say that the quality of their XDs are wanting. I have heard some people say that there's some design things built into the firearm that they aren't wild about. This seems to address most of those. You can get to the slide stop, slide release fairly easy. You can get a high purchase on the particular firearm. There's an undercut here in the trigger well. It looks like a quality firearm. So if you like what I had to say today, go ahead and hit that like button. Please feel free to put a comment down, share with anybody that you know that might be interested in purchasing a firearm, and you stay classy, YouTube. Little Middle Baby Bucket, do you want to live in California?
No!
Why?
Because I'm not a communist.